What's up, Mecha fans, and welcome back to the channel. So it's been a little while since I have sat down and actually recorded a video. It's been for a week since I did my live stream prior to AnimeCon UK, but today we are sitting down and going over everything that I bought at the event. Before I dive into all of that, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. And if you were at AnimeCon UK, head on down to the comment section below. Let me know your thoughts on the event, anything you liked, anything you didn't like, what did you pick up there, what kind of guests did you meet, and did you have a good time? Without further ado though, let us dive into things. So I do have a lot of mecha related stuff and Gundam related stuff, but there are some things in here that aren't that. Of course it's all anime stuff because it is an anime convention, so that of course makes sense, but not all of this is Mecha, Gundam, all that kind of stuff. But there is, like I said, there's quite a lot here. So we're going to start off, I guess, with like the prints and the stickers, but I do have some other things to show off first of all before we dive into that, and that is these. So I actually picked up these Gundam Seed Freedom like wafer with cards pack. So basically you get like a wafer and a card in each one. I think it's chocolate wafer. So I picked up a total of 5 of them. You're probably wondering, why have I bought 5 wafers? Well, I'm actually going to do like a little video, kind of a pack opening thing of these. A little bit of a taste test as well. It's not something I usually do on the channel, but because it's Gundam Seed Freedom, thought I might as well give it a try. And I think there are a total of like 10 different cards. There might be more, because there's something about 36 down here, so I don't know. But you can see like there's 2, I assume these are 2 cards here. These are actually the 2 designs, in fact, for the packaging. So maybe they're the 2 designs for the packaging. Maybe they're not actually in here as cards, but then on the back, you got like 8 there. And they're all, of course, Gundam Seed Freedom. So we shall be doing a video on that within the coming days, hopefully. Next up, not Gundam related, we've got a print of Sakura. I think it's called, is it like Haruka Sakura or something like that? I don't know why I forgot his name. I always find it really hard to remember, but I think his name's Sakura, the lead protagonist, or the protagonist, the main character from Windbreaker, which is currently airing. I am really enjoying it. If there's like Tokyo Revengers or any stuff like gang related, like a delinquent gangster kind of thing, Windbreaker is fantastic, and I would definitely recommend it. I basically take Tokyo Revengers, take the time travel plotline out of it, have a way more like badass and capable MC than Takemichi. It is just far better animated, coming from Cloverworks, who are pretty goated, let's face it. Next up, I think I'm going to go through these couple of A4 ones that I've got. These are actually Mecha, so you guys will be excited for that, for those that are fans of Mecha. First of all, we've got this Exia print. Now, this is actually a Riso print, Rizzo, R-I-S-O. I think it's sort of like a way, it's like a less impact on the environment, environmental friendly way of printing, and pretty much like no print's like the same. It won't always come out like perfectly, but that's kind of part of the appeal of it. So you can kind of see like some of the colouring looks a little bit off. It's made purely with red and blue colouring, but I don't know. I just think like it's kind of unique because of that. It's almost got a bit of a like 80s like aesthetic, especially with like, you know, that like really traditional 3D that you get where you use like the red and blue glasses. It kind of has that effect to it, which I don't know, I think is really cool. I really like it. And the next print, that is again another A4, and I will link artists and where I got all this stuff from in the description below, so if you want to go check that out, you can. But we do have a Evangelion Unit 1 print, which again, this is an A4 print. I really like this one. The colours look incredible, and I don't actually have like an AV Unit 1 print, I don't think, at least. I definitely don't want to have one up right now, but I don't think I have one like at all. Really cool. I am very happy with that print. That is one that is definitely going to be going up, and if it looks like my nose is running, it is probably because it is, because I think I caught something from con, and this is exactly what happened to me back in MCM Birmingham, where yeah, I just, for some reason, I just get con flu. The time I had absolutely was worth getting ill afterwards. Anyway, moving on. We've got some like A6 postcard prints. First up is Luffy with Shanks, of course, from One Piece. This might be my favourite of these 3 I'm about to show off. I really love the look of this one. Then we've got Shinji and Asuka, of course, as per usual, butting heads. I really love the colours on this. Like they've almost like got pastel colours, but they're not too pastel, if that makes sense. You've got like a yellowy orange hair, a bit of a like green, light green kind of with mint green vibes, and then lilac-y purple here. I don't know, I just think it looks really good. And then, of course, we've got the meme, which probably shouldn't be a meme because it's incredibly serious within the show, but it's just, as with many things in Evangelion, it has become a meme. Of course, Shinji, depressed, sat in a folding chair just in the middle of somewhere with a spotlight on him. Classic moment from Evangelion, of course. Next up, though, I do have a couple of art cards, actually. Now, I usually do tend to buy these ones from conventions, every single convention I've been to within the past year, so AnimeCon UK, MCM Birmingham, and then now this other AnimeCon UK. I have bought these, so these are from Mr. Echo Angel. Like I said, I'll link all these people down in the description below, but we do have some Sonic ones first of all. We've got Metal Sonic, and we've got Eggman, which, yeah, I don't know why I didn't have Eggman. I think I just forgot to buy him, like, the last couple of times, but we have him now. And then we do have a Jujutsu Kaisen one in Rika, which will go very nicely with my other JJK ones. I think I've got, like, all the Sonic ones and all the JJK ones that I want now. But I actually did buy, like, this is a complete set of ones. Now, it's only 3 because they've only done 3 for this series, which I don't think there's really any need to do anymore because I think these are, like, the 3 main characters. We've got Gurren Lagann ones, and I've forgotten the name of all these characters. I haven't actually seen Gurren Lagann yet, but this is future-proofing. Anyway, we've got this guy who is, I want to say, probably, like, one of the faces. Got, of course, a very distinctive look to him. Then you've got this character who I think this is called Simon. I just don't know the names of the rest of them. And then this girl as well, whose name begins with a K, but I cannot remember what her name is. But anyway, these look really cool, and I am very happy with all of these. Now we move on to some stickers. I didn't actually pick up too many stickers. I kind of thought going into this con, oh, I'm going to buy loads of stickers, but I only bought like 2. And these ones I'm about to talk about I actually got free, so I will have some stuff related to this to talk about soon. But I did visit the Rivals Corner booth, of course, and picked up quite a bit of Gunpla. So I actually have a total of 4 of these. They're all exactly the same. They're just sticker sheets with like the Gunpla designs, I guess, like the box designs of the certain Gunpla from the Witch from Mercury. So I believe we got, hold on, there we go. So we've got Ariel, we've got the Dorobold, we've got the Pharax, we've got the Ariel Rebuild, we've got the Caliban, and then I believe this is the Michaelis. Yeah, so Michaelis down there. So like I said, these are all the same. I have 4 lots of them, so one of them I will probably most definitely get around to like putting the stickers up at some point, but the other 3 I may keep them around if I ever do want to do a giveaway in the future, so maybe keep out for that, keep an eye out for that, like I said, at some point in the future. No idea when, but I will probably use them at some point. And then I'm actually going to show you guys this. So this is actually the pass. Of course, I did get the weekend pass. No create pass this time, but I'm hoping that in the future that maybe I will. Totally forgot, but I do actually have a couple more stickers. So first up, we got a Shadow pointing a gun straight at you. Really, really cool. I do love me some Sonic, and Shadow is probably my favourite character. And then we do have Pen from Evangelion. Now, I actually do have the like acrylic pin version of this from the same artist, Nietzsche. But I decided to pick up the sticker as well, and I shall put this somewhere. I was thinking maybe on my iPad case somewhere, but I don't know. But it's going to go somewhere in my room. I just need to decide exactly where to put it. Now let's move on to the pins, of which I bought quite a few, which I got all in front of me. It's a mix of enamel pins, wooden pins, and acrylic pins, which are from 3 different artists. So the wood pins from one, etc., etc. Let's kickstart off with these wooden pins. Now these are actually styled after stamps. These are really, really cool. So this first one is of Jura Forest. Of course, from that time I got Reincarnated Slime, which I thoroughly enjoy, and I need to get back on Season 3 because I only watched the first episode, and as much as I enjoyed it, it didn't really feel like a season premiere, so I've not had the urge to go back and continue, but I know that it will most likely get better, so I will definitely be checking that out. And then another one that we got, one of Shibuya from, of course, Jujutsu Kaisen, and the kind of artwork bit is based off of the Sukuna versus Maharaga fight, which I think looks really, really cool. I do like the look of this a lot, and I think what's great about it as well is because almost like the style of these is very simple, it kind of works with, I guess, the simplicity of JJK Season 2's art style, mainly because of the lack of time given to animators, but you know what, it still came out pretty good, so I'm not going to sit here and complain. And next up, we'll move on to the enamel pins, all from Magical Maidens. Those wooden pins from It's Maki Moon on Instagram. Like I said, I'll link all this stuff down in the description, but if I do remember them, I will mention them as I am talking. But these are all from Magical Maidens, which I've bought a lot of stuff from before. 2 pins of wait, yeah, this is Tanjiro, and then Nezuko. And on that same kind of theme of doing siblings within anime, we do have Ed and Al from Full Metal Alchemist. I'm trying to... There we go. Because otherwise the camera's going to focus on my eyes. I want it to focus on these. So yeah, we've got Ed and Al from Full Metal Alchemist. They're looking really, really cool. I do love me a good sibling relationship in anime, so of course had to pick up those when I found them. So next up, these are all again from Nietzsche, who I did get that pen sticker from, which I just showed off just then. But for the most part, and also the Exia print was also from her as well. So these are all acrylic pins from her. Now I'll start off with these two. So we've got some Evangelion ones. We've got Ava Unit 1 and Ava Unit 2's head. Now, I don't think she's Unit 0 head, or Unit 6. Is it 6? I think Unit 6 is Kaoru's. Next up, these are all from Witch from Mercury, which I do have the sticker versions of all these. I bought these at the last con, but shortly after that, I guess she did come out with the pin version, so I bought all the pin versions as well. So here they all are, and I'll show them off individually. Oh, and there's also this other one as well, which I don't have in sticker form, but this is the Caliban head acrylic pin of, which I do actually have a aerial acrylic pin as well from the same one. So it's going to look very, very great together, very, very nice together. Anyway, first up, we've got, of course, Celetta, which I think this might be my favourite in terms of design. Celetta's personality just kind of lends itself to this specific style, which I do really, really love. Next up, if we go in a bit of an order, we've got Miorin Rembrandt. Once again, looks really, really good, and of course, will go fantastic with Celetta. You can't have one without the other. If you were going to buy like any two of these, it would have to be those two. But these next two, I do really, really love as well. We've got Gueljetic, my personal favourite character in Witch from Mercury, looking really, really awesome. And we got Choo Choo. Gotta love Choo Choo, so of course, had to get her as well. So I think that is it for the pins. I'm now actually going to move on to the signed things before we move on to the last haul of stuff, but I'll be back with you guys in a second.
A few moments later.
Okay, so I've got my signed things here. There's actually only two things, but I got like multiple signatures on each, so I spent a fair bit on signing stuff, just not like multiple different signed things. It's just a couple. First up though, a non-mecha thing. We got a signed print of Spy Family, and I got it signed by Natalie Van Sistine, the voice of Yor, and Megan Shipman, the voice of Anya, down there. I think this looks really cool. I love this print. I actually got it at AnimeCon last year, just haven't done anything with it. And then when they announced that Natalie and Megan were going to be at AnimeCon this year, I thought I'd take this one down and get it signed. I think it just came out really well. I love this one. But the one that you guys are probably going to be more excited for, considering this is a Mecha channel, I did get my Witch from Mercury display signed by multiple different voice actors, and I will show you guys it here. Look at that. Now, you guys have already seen this. You watched my haul of my Gundam displays. This was one included in there. And this is one that I took down to get signed. I do have the key visual for the second season, which made more sense technically to get signed because it's got all the different characters on. But because it has all the different characters on, there's not a whole lot of room to get signed. So this has a lot more empty space, which, yeah, it just kind of works better. So if I can kind of show you guys, we'll go from bottom to top. So you can see this signature somewhere over here. We got signed by Megan Shipman, who is the voice of Nerea. Got it signed by her there in blue, which nicely represents Nerea's kind of hair colour, which is a bit more of a blue colour. We've got Miorin signature here right next to Miorin, of course, signed by Natalie Van Sistine, of course, voices her, as well as Yor, who we just talked about. I wasn't originally going to go with gold, but I think it came out pretty well, actually. Gold's like not in any way really representative of anything regarding Miorin, but I wasn't sure what colour to go with. Now, white would make the most sense because she's got white hair, but it wouldn't really fit against the mostly white colour scheme and lighter colour scheme of this display. So I think gold came out pretty well. It was just one of those cases where you just forget to ask for a certain colour, so she just signed in gold, which was fine. And like I said, I think it did come out really well, but I gotta say, the best looking one is here, if I can kind of get a good look for you guys. We've got signed by Alejandro Saab, the voice of Shadik, and I think this one probably came out the best because it just stands out the most. Now, the yellow is not really like that close to Shadik's hair colour because this is more like a white blonde, but I asked for yellow, and this was the best looking yellow, and I think it did come out very, very, very well. So we've got 3 signatures on here, and of course, as I go to other cons and such, I will try to get some more. I will hopefully try to get a signature of Gwell's voice actor. We've got, Alan up here, of course. We got to get Celebs at some point as well. Choo Choo, all those characters. Like, I'm going to try and get as many signatures on here from Mercury voice actors as possible. No idea how long that's going to take, but it is going to be like a bit of a work in progress, a project, as I go to different cons and as we get other people appearing in. Now, I don't think it should come as any surprise that I did buy some Gunpla, and I bought a hell of a lot of it. In fact, it is blocking me for the most part and creating a big shadow on my body. There are a total of about 9 kits here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 1, 2. Yeah, so there are a total of 10, sorry, not 9, 10. 10 kits, one of which I did get for free, which is this one we'll talk about in a minute. But yeah, I went in with the intention of buying lots of Gunpla, and I came out buying lots of Gunpla. Surprisingly, managed to fit it in my case, which I'm still shocked. If you guys follow me on Instagram, you will see that I did somehow manage to fit it all in my case, and I just don't know how, but I'm impressed with myself. I'm very pleased with myself that I did manage to buy all this stuff and actually managed to transport it home. Wasn't the most, I don't want to say it was an uncomfortable journey, but it was tiring because of carrying all this stuff around and that. But anyway, we're back home now and it's all good. So we'll kick things off with this. So this is actually the workshop version of the RX-78-2. Now, I didn't actually go and do the workshop thing, but Rivals Corner, which I bought all of these from, by the way, and of course I have bought from in the past as well. Definitely highly recommend going to them for your Gunpla. But yeah, so they gave me this for free just to take home because they had loads of them. So you know what, I'm not going to complain. Now, I don't know whether I'm going to build this one myself. I might give it to my brother because I've already got an RX-78-2 being the Beyond Global version. And then when the Real Grade 2.0 comes out, I'm going to get that one to kind of replace the Beyond Global version. But yeah, I mean, I might just give this one to my brother, but it's cool. I mean, it was given out for free, so hey, why not? I need to try and find places to throw these down so it doesn't get too crowded. Next up, though, I guess we're going up in grades here. We've got the entry grade. Now, this, you can probably hear it rattling quite a bit. That's because I've actually already built this one, so all of the runners are no longer sealed. But yeah, I built this one. You guys can't see it, but it's like over there somewhere. Honestly, for an entry grade, pretty solid. I'm just hoping that it doesn't kind of become all loose in that, because that was the problem I had with the only other entry grade that I built, which was the new Gundam, which it became loose after a while, so I ended up chucking it. But hopefully the Lag Gundam does not, that does not happen to the Lag Gundam. But let's toss that down there. Sorry, I'm making so much noise here, which is not intentional. And this one also rattling around because I have just finished building this one today, and that is the Zaku 2 F2 from Gundam 0083 Stardust Memories. Now, this is essentially like a white Zaku that's on the Earth Forces. It basically builds like any other high-grade Universal Century Zaku would, but of course it is white. It's more of an off-white cream colour, which I do think it looks really good. Like, I'm looking at it over here from where I am to where it is, and I really like the look of it, honestly. I really do. Which I wasn't sure whether I would, and I wasn't sure whether I would actually like the build and all that, because I've done the Shars one before, and it looks okay. I've got it somewhere up there, which you guys won't be able to see. I mean, I say it looks okay, it looks good, but I felt like some of the joints were a little bit loose. I feel that way a little bit with this Zaku 2F2, but the way I've got it posed, it should hopefully be okay. Next up, though, onto a kit that I do really enjoy building. Well, I've actually not built this specific one, but I built like a version of this same suit. We got the Goof Custom. Now, I do love the Goof. It's one of my personal favorite kits, personal favorite suits, should I say, probably in Gundam period, but especially within like the original Universal Century stuff. Now, of course, this is the Goof Custom from 8th MS Team, which I have not watched, but I think it's one of those series I really want to watch, and I know that I'll probably love it, because a lot of people give very high praise to it. But yeah, the Goof is already a fantastic mobile suit. I really love like the original Universal Century version of the Goof, which I have built, and it's one of my favorite kits, I gotta be honest. So hopefully this one's even better. I know it's got like some really good like difference in color. It's not just a straight full like darkish blue like it is within like the original series. Nothing against that. That's just how it came out there. So the kit accurately represents it. But I do like that this is kind of got a little bit of a mix of different shades of blue, and of course you got that shield and minigun combination. You cannot go wrong with that. This thing is going to look awesome. I'm very, very excited to get around to building it. And that does it for the Universal Century stuff. So now we're pretty much moving on to a hell of a lot of seed stuff, which I bought. I don't actually have a Witch from Maker thing to show off first, so I'm going to show that off. Got my first figurized standard. We got Choo Choo. Now, the reason I bought Choo Choo as opposed to like Soletta or Miorin is because I know that they do SH Figure Arts versions of those, and I think I might prefer to get them rather than these figurized ones. Of course, the figurized ones are cheaper, but the SH Figure Arts versions, in my opinion, look better, and I'm happy to pay the extra if it means they A, look better, and B, I don't have to put them together and then worry about them not looking right when I put them together. Anyway, here we have Choo Choo. Very excited to build this one. I do love me Choo Choo in the show. And yeah, excited to see how this one comes out. Like I said, it's my first figurized standard kit, so we will see how it does turn out. It's my first like model kit of like a figure, really, because of course, like, with Gundams, they're kind of like, they are figures, of course, but they're not like humanoid kind of figures, so it's a bit different. But anyway, so like I said, first figurized standard, very excited to see how it does end up coming out. Now we'll move on to Seed stuff. So starting off with a bit of Seed Destiny, we've got the Dagger L, of course, one of the grunt suits within Seed Destiny. I've heard that this is really good. I actually watched a review for a Mecha Gaikotsu, should I say, and it looks like a damn good kit, like especially just for a grunt suit. Just looks like a solid, simple kit. And I do love the design of the Dagger L. And it was only like £15 as well. So yeah, this is one that I definitely did want to get. And I'm very happy to have it. I'm very excited to get around to building it at some point. And then on that same topic of Seed Destiny and grunt kits, we do have probably my favourite grunt kit, maybe in Gundam as a whole, at least from what I've seen anyway. That is the Windham. This thing just looks awesome. And I mean, the suit design is great, but I think the kit looks really good as well, so I'm very, very excited to build it. I'm sure it's going to build in a similar way to like the Force Impulse does, and I'm sure like the Striker builds in a similar way as well, because it's got a similar kind of design and like, I guess, a similar kind of body in that. But yeah, very, very excited to build this one, and then now we shall move on to the Seed Freedom kits. Now, I've been loving the Seed Freedom kits, got the Immortal Justice and the Rising Freedom in the background there. So these kits, these are ones I've been very excited for. I love all these designs that I'm about to talk about, and these ones did come out last month, I think, but I did wait out because I knew I was going to go to AnimeCon and I was saving for that, so I thought I'll buy them there. And luckily enough, they did have all the ones that I did want. First up though, we got the Rud Rower, the Griffin Arbalest custom. Very, very cool. I love the Rud Rower design. I love all the Black Knight's suit designs, so I have just been like really excited to eventually get around to picking these up and then building them, which I haven't built them yet, but I am very excited for them. Great looking designs. The Seed Freedom kits have been fantastic so far, so very excited to get around to building that. And on that similar kind of topic, we got the Shiva. It's a shame that all the other like color variants of the Rud Rower are P Bandai exclusives, because I would probably get them if they weren't. But anyway, we got the Shiva here. Really, really just badass looking design. I'm very excited to get around to building that one. And then last but certainly not least, we do have another Seed Freedom kit, which has a way bigger box than I thought it would, and therefore I was very worried about transporting it home, but luckily was able to fit it. Now this is more like a real grade kind of size box, just because it's really thick, you can see. But of course we got the Gelgoog Menace Luna Maria Hawk custom. This thing looks awesome. I've heard it's a really good kit. And once again, I watched a review on Mecha Gaikotsu. Looks great. Very excited to build it and add it to the Seed Freedom collection. But there we have it. That is my haul for AnimeCon UK 2024. Before I get out there, please do leave a like on this video and subscribe if you are a fan of Mecha anime content and want to see plenty more videos like this in the future. And like I said, head on down to the comment section below if you were there. What was your experience like? What did you enjoy? What did you not enjoy? What did you pick up from there? What kind of guests, or who did you see in terms of guests? And just generally, do you plan on going to AnimeCon if it happens next year? Thank you once again for tuning into Mecha Chat, and I'll see you guys next time.